Although steel cage traps are considered an effective solution against wild boars, why do they continue to wreak havoc everywhere? Could there be a serious flaw in the way humans are using this method? Watch the video to uncover the untold truths. Wild boars are now one of the most destructive invasive species in the United States. Their population has exploded from just 2 million in 1990 to nearly 9 million by 2019, spreading across at least 39 states. And it's not just the US. Countries like Australia, Germany, and Spain are also struggling with the damage caused by these animals. However, their explosive reproduction rate and widespread presence across the United States make controlling them especially challenging. Wild feral hogs are devastating crops on a massive scale, causing up to $1.5 billion in economic damage each year. They reproduce so quickly that unless at least 60% of the population is removed annually in each area, their numbers will continue to skyrocket. Without timely control measures, the situation could spiral out of control, as the reproduction rate of this invasive species is extremely alarming. In response to the severity of the issue, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, and several states have invested millions of dollars into feral hog control programs. Texas and Oklahoma, in particular, have approved the use of the poison caput starting in 2024 as a more aggressive measure. Among the various methods being implemented, corral trapping is the most commonly used strategy. However, many farmers apply it incorrectly, rendering their efforts ineffective, while these intelligent animals quickly adapt and learn to avoid the traps. Let's explore the proper trapping process and uncover the common mistakes that prevent farmers from achieving the desired results. What makes corral traps the most recommended and optimal choice for large-scale feral hog control? These large traps, with diameters ranging from 30 to 40 feet, 9 to 12 meters, are capable of capturing an entire sounder in a single drop, minimizing the chances of escape and preventing the hogs from learning to avoid traps in the future. To prevent hogs from jumping out, traps must be at least 5 feet, 1.5 meters high. Using a remote-triggered gate instead of a manual one also increases the chances of capturing the entire sounder, rather than just a few stragglers. Trap walls should be built from solid steel panels rather than weak breakable materials, as feral hogs are extremely agile and can easily break out if the trap isn't sturdy enough. However, no matter how well designed a trap is, it becomes useless if placed in the wrong location. According to research from Texas A&M University, The key factor determining a trap's effectiveness is its placement. Areas near water sources are ideal, as feral hogs frequently gather there. Placing traps in areas where feral hogs frequently travel significantly increases the chances of a successful capture. Be sure to look for clear signs of their presence, such as uprooted soil, wallowing marks on the ground, or distinct hoof prints embedded in the dirt. Pre-baiting the area for 3 to 7 days helps feral hogs become familiar with the trap location, creating a sense of safety and making them more likely to enter without suspicion. This simple technique can boost success rates by up to 60%. A highly effective tip is to soak corn in water and let it ferment for about a week. Feral hogs are especially drawn to the strong, pungent, fermented smell of this bait. A farmer in Texas shared that he captured up to 28 feral hogs in a single night by placing his trap near a creek and using fermented corn as bait. This is clear proof that when the right techniques are applied, the results can far exceed expectations. In addition to fermented corn, you can also use fruits like watermelon, peaches, or apples, especially effective during hot seasons when feral hogs are searching for water and juicy food sources. High-protein specialty baits can also help attract larger sounders. However, one of the most common mistakes is setting traps without thoroughly studying the behavior of feral hogs. These animals are mostly active at night, with peak hours between 8 p.m. and 4 a.m. That's why, during the first few nights, it's important to leave the trap gate open so the hogs can freely enter and exit, gradually becoming comfortable with the environment and feeling safe approaching the bait. You should only trigger the remote trap gate once you've observed that around 80% of the sounder regularly enters the trap. This increases the chances of capturing the entire group rather than just a few individuals. If you act too quickly and catch only a small portion, the remaining hogs will continue to reproduce and likely return in even greater numbers. Another critical mistake is triggering the trap too early, which can render the entire process useless. If feral hogs sense danger before they fully trust the trap area, they may avoid it permanently. Additionally, if the hogs already caught are left in the trap for too long, they may make distress noises that warn the rest of the group. causing them to become cautious and stay away. Therefore, promptly collecting the pigs right after the trap is triggered and handling them quickly is a key factor in maintaining effective hunting. Changing the trap location every few months is also an effective way to disrupt the wild pig's learning patterns and avoidance behavior. What about you? Have you or someone you know ever used cage traps to control wild pigs? Share your story or experience in the comments below. The battle against this invasive species is far from over. This is rare and highly practical information. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you won't miss our upcoming in-depth content.
Oh,